Good morning, this is Petrus Viviers reporting from St. Lucia Estuary Beach. Please take note, my name is Petrus Viviers. The fact that you don't see my face on the video is because it was never my intention to become famous. Everything I did over the last 16 years was for my community. Black, white, Indian, Asian, colored, red, pink, purple, yellow, blue. I don't care what race. I don't care what political party. All I care about is the lies that Loomis is telling. People get upset when I call him a liar. But you see, Andrew had me in court twice already, and he lost both times. So I'm pretty much immune to his court cases. The newest lie that he's telling is his entrepreneurial program. Abrasive or disruptive or something in an economic society or something, whatever. I can't remember his exact words, but the video is available that he made himself with bigger funds and budgets that I've got. I have to do this from my eating allowance since I lost everything during the transformation of the World Heritage Site. Now I live from an allowance. That's not a problem. Andrew, you stole my idea, the one of establishing entrepreneurs in the rural areas, in the communities, to run businesses that is self-sufficient. It was mine. I started it back in 1996 when you were still concocting the Lebombo Spatial Development Initiative. I was already running with it. No budget, no government grants, no fame, nothing. Mine is flying solo, Andrew. Yours needs your support on a day-to-day basis. You took my blueprint and you call it your own. I don't mind if it's for a good cause. I didn't register trade name, franchise, or got any donations for my project. All I did is took individuals that seeked to become entrepreneurs. Showed them the ropes. Didn't need to teach them anything. These guys are quite intelligent enough to run their own businesses. They just don't understand the red tape that came with it. Since the ANC came into power, that red tape should have been a little bit less for the previously disadvantaged people. We can't call them black, then we're racist. And I don't want to be a racist. But anyway, from 1999 until now, you have devised, cultivated and cultured a sticky red tape that no one can cut through without your consent, your permission, or your finger in the pie. I don't know how you run it. I can't figure it out yet, because public participation only happens when I accuse you of not having it. Then you have a haphazard meeting. You tell the people what is the progress, and when anybody's got a question to ask, you shut them up. Well, Andrew, you can't shut up a blogger. You see, we fall outside the legal framework of journalism, but we fall inside the legal framework of freedom of speech. But we can bend that freedom of speech a little bit more than a journalist. For instance, I can come and sit here and make my video, load it to YouTube without asking your permission and your side of the facts. I can talk from the heart, put it on YouTube, and the people can hear it. Now, Andrew, we had this massive inflow of fresh water into the system. It came all the way up to here. You're not pumping it. Well, Cyclone is not pumping it. It's not running into the ocean anyway, but it's receding. Like with hell. Let's be modest. We call it 50 meters. Where has all that water gone to? You would like the people to believe it's evaporation. I drive over the Mfolozi River on a daily basis. I can see that there's still water coming into the system, but the water levels doesn't rise. So I ask you once again, why is the estuary, that is the most important life support system on Earth, not connected with the ocean yet? Why is there more mud being pushed into the estuary system, and why is it still suffocating 16 years after you've shut down the management operation that kept the estuary alive since 1953? Sorry, I stumble across my words, people, but I am really passionate about this. From my heart, I'm passionate about this. In the last 16 years, people have been cut off from their ancestral graves, cut off from their traditional supply of their traditional medicine. I can't believe in their traditional medicine because I grew up in a Christian home. I've got a live and active God. It doesn't make these people less dangerous if you ignore their culture and religion. They have the right to have access to the treaties that was signed by Loomis, your father, Andrew, that created this park with Ian Player and George Hughes. You are cutting those promises off. You are calling for a civil unrest that hasn't been seen in Zululand since King Shaka or King Dingaan or King Sechwayo lost the wars against the British throne. Andrew, you don't have the backing of the British throne to poke these people and their culture and their religion. As much as you and the ANC wants to kill it and to have it starved to death, you are playing with fire, Andrew. You are endangering the very economy that you have claimed you have built in 16 years. You've built nothing. That economy was built from 1996 until 1999 by a handful of people, which I was probably the one that walking in front. Me, Petrus Viviers. I sat on the public participating meetings that opened up the concessions to ride boats on the estuary. Parksport kept that to themselves. Through negotiations and promises and tender system, we opened it to the public. In 16 years you've been milking that, and you call it yours. It's not yours. It wasn't your idea. You didn't come to the table to negotiate it. It doesn't belong to you. It belongs to the public of South Africa. Equal participation. Same with the turtle tours. No bright scheme from you there. It was educational tours run by Parksport, affordable by South Africans. Me, another lady, and Herman Stein, we forced Parksport's hand to open it up to us, with the understanding we'll keep it affordable, meaning that Joe Slow on the street can afford to go on a turtle excursion to teach his kids the precious life-giving source of the greater St. Lucia Wetland Park, you now call iSimangaliso. Yeah. Anyway, Andrew, in this series of videos, I'm going to go to the grassroots levels, speak to the people, get their voices heard. Made one so far, didn't come out too good. Looks like if I'm leading the lady in the conversation. Next time I'll record the conversation off camera and edit it in. Now I've got the tools to do it. I'll edit it professionally so that it doesn't look like if I'm coaching the person that I'm interviewing. Because I'm not. You know that. You know I'm not coaching them. Andrew, you know that these people are unhappy with the current situation that you've managed the wetland park ecosystem into. You are going to burn your fingers, Andrew. This whole God house of yours is going to come tumbling down because you did not build it on the sound principles that Loomis has laid down. You are doing it to make yourself famous. You're not doing it for the community. So stop making the videos and trying to convince the public you are the savior of the greater St. Lucia Wetland Park. Your father left a healthy, functional ecosystem that the mussels and oysters could grow in. Unfortunately, Andrew, the haphazard manner that you are plowing ahead is not what your father's intentions were. So please, bear with me, public. From tomorrow, the days to come, I will venture into areas where Andrew Loomis are too scared to put his foot. I'm going to shake the hands of the people that are the backbone of this economy for the past 100 years. And I'm going to let them tell their story on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel. Sorry, Andrew. I hate to be this hubris, but apparently it's the only way I can get under your skin. I would have loved to do all this for the community surrounding the park, getting the right people to coach them, transferring information and knowledge. But unfortunately we got to a standoff point where I have to be as hubris and abrasive as you are. I hate it. It's not in my nature. I never grew up like that. But I will be, to protect this lovely ecosystem from your destruction. Thank you. Please subscribe to my channel so that you can follow the updates as they come along.